Thank you for joining us. Kenya's attempt to halt the use of recanted evidence in the Ruto Sang case has now been referred to the Executive Committee of the Assembly of State Parties, and this was after a spirited push by Kenya, which was, however, opposed by several European nations, which termed the push by Kenya as an affront to the ICC's judicial independence. Let's now join our team live from The Hague. We'll rather be joining our team live from The Hague for the latest on this developing story. Our team just getting ready to bring you the latest on that situation. Right, I'm made to understand that we can now cross over live to our team at The Hague. Let's listen in.
Right, Lillian, the debate that was expected for since Tuesday happened today. In fact, it just ended right now. And let me just make this clear. What Kenya was seeking and the presentation it made, and like we showed you yesterday, in short they were saying, the wording is clear and this is why, the wording is important and this is why, the Assembly reaffirms the non-retroactive application of the amended Rule 68 to situations commenced before the 27th of November 2013. The word there is reaffirms. Because Kenya has been stating clearly they don't want an amendment, they're not seeking a review, they just want a reaffirmation of what was there before. That date, of course, is the date when the rule was adopted, 27th November 2013, therefore it shouldn't apply to the Ruto Sang case or any other case before then. The second issue, Lillian, was about Assembly agrees to appoint an ad hoc mechanism of independent jurists to audit the prosecutor's identification and recruitment processes in the Kenya cases. Well, this is how the debate went on.
The space we have here has been shrinking, and many of us from Africa are beginning to feel unwanted and, frankly, a nuisance. It's becoming difficult to feel comfortable in this assembly, Mr. President. It's as if the assembly would be better off without us. That's what we are struggling with. Our question to you today is, are we a heavy load that you wish to get rid of? In engaging with the court,
Kenya cannot be accused of undermining the ICC. The participation of Kenya and the cooperation of its leaders at the highest level of authority underscores our respect for international criminal justice and the rule of law.
The court is independent in as far as making decisions are concerned, so that it is not actually making any decision under any undue influence. But independence of institutions, independence of courts is not a shield against accountability. To whom do we account?
It is the common interest of all states parties to uphold the independence of the court, to play a vital role in the fight against impunity, and therefore we cannot accept the proposal submitted by the Honorable Delegate of Kenya.
The issues that are being presented by Kenya falls outside the power of the Assembly of States Parties, as they are intrinsically connected to the cases sub judice before the International Criminal Court.
Matters that are before the court should not be debated by the ASP. The office of the prosecutor must be permitted to operate independently and free from political interference, including by the Assembly of States Parties. Thank you.
Right, there you can see that's how the debate went. Just to be clear, Kenya presented, it was supported by Uganda at the plenary, that is, and Colombia also supported Kenya, but they weren't, the ambassador there wasn't speaking English. We couldn't put that for you on air. The countries that didn't support were Chile, Czech Republic, which was speaking for the European Union, Costa Rica, Switzerland, Canada, and Coalition for the ICC, representing the non-governmental organizations, NGOs, and civil society organizations. From that, the Kenyan delegation here is not happy, led by Majority Leader Adan Duale, especially by EU and the United Kingdom. Let's listen.
But we want to make it here very, very categorically that the European Union and the United Kingdom have shown in all the intent and purpose to reject the position of the Kenyan delegation. So we are happy now we have known who are our friends and who are our enemies. So we are taking the battle back to the Bureau, and I am sure we will go through the intense negotiation for us as a country, as a delegation, as the African Union, that we safeguard the text of our script in as far as the amended Rule 68 is concerned, and on the audit of the system in which witnesses were sourced, identified, recruited, and procured.
We are saying that we would rather have 32 committed members than 34 who are continually attacking the integrity and independence of the court. So if countries are threatening to withdraw from the Rome Statute, then we would like to call their bluff and tell them, at the domestic level, we know that the struggle for accountability will be a long one, but we also know that the current regime will not be in power for perpetuity. So we are prepared to continue our struggle for accountability.
A number of countries openly expressing their expectation, their position that the Assembly should not be interfering in cases, issues pending before the court.
Right, you can see there Adan Duale majority leader speaking, and of course the civil society organizations, which are clearly happy by what transpired at the plenary there, staring and saying if Kenya wants to walk out, they can now walk out. But after all this, where does this leave Kenya's push now, or the Kenyan government's push? The president of the ASP has referred this matter back to the ASP Bureau, an equivalent of the Executive Council. It consists of about 17 countries. And like yesterday we told you, this is the same bureau that through the bureau is how the Kenya's agenda was brought up today and to get through to the debate. That bureau consists of these countries. When it was the matter was brought before the bureau first, so that Kenya's agenda can be slotted, South Africa supported, Nigeria supported Kenya, Uganda supported Kenya, and Ghana. Then we had those that didn't support, including Germany, the Czech Republic, Costa Rica, and the Netherlands. Now, the other countries there are Chile, which didn't support today. Slovenia did not support today. UK, you've seen Adan Duale, the majority leader, saying they didn't support it. They're Hungary. Hungary, Sweden, Sweden members of the AU, obviously they don't support. Romania and South Korea, we are not sure yet. And Japan, we are not sure yet. So what does this mean? Tomorrow 9 a.m. the Bureau has been told to come up now with to sit and decide on this. All the other nations have been told if they can speak to their capitals, that is, to their respective governments, so that they can come up with a position, they can advise the Bureau, then this Bureau will finally decide how this matter will proceed tomorrow, what position, or whether Kenya's position or Kenya's agenda will sail through as it is. So now they are going to work on the wordings of Kenya's the two agendas by Kenya and whether it will go through. So judging by what happened on Tuesday, it's very clear how it looks now, but that means, Lilian, there'll be a lot of lobbying now in this Bureau to get, by the Kenyan government that is, to get as many countries as possible again supporting Kenya's move and to leave the drafting or the wordings of what Kenya seeks the way it is. But of course we have the other side again, including the civil society organizations who are going to lobby in the opposite direction. So we'll see tomorrow what this Bureau will come up with, Lillian.